that last pick and getting to glue your comp together seems to be quite a bit more valuable in recent times.
Yeah, and it's not just the counter pick. You also get to see the other team's team comp develop first, which is really big, especially once you're facing Team 8, who, as so many Gravity members were talking about, they get a lot of the wins when they pull out things that teams are not expecting.
Yeah.
Gives Team Liquid a little bit more time to try and react.
Yeah, but of course they are going to remove the things they do expect. Orianna's gone, LeBlanc is banned. Teammate weirdly banning their own Vladimir, though, which surprises me slightly, though, getting rid of Xpecial's Annie does not.
Well, it's the mid lane Vladimir combined with the Nunu. Both Gravity and Team Liquid still practice a lot together, so that strategy probably intact for both of those squads. But yeah, CaliTrolz, you whittle down his champion pool, he's pretty deep still.
That's true. There's plenty to go. Full diving board above that one as well. Teammate, they banned the Maokai, thank you. I think last time they picked that one, CaliTrolz thought he was still banning and clicked Maokai and said, oh crap, I picked this champion for myself. Just,
that's
we talked
joke,
about
by the way.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. It's just my inside joke for Teammate where you got to give CaliTrolz an X Factor champion. Maokai, they get that away from Quas, no defensive tank for him. Though you talk about deep champion pools, Quas played more top laners than anyone else in the LCS, so.
He has at that.
Pick pretty much whatever he wants here. No Rumble. I don't remember that being a really big CaliTrolz champion. No, he has played it a few times, so it's there, but certainly
and they do really love the team fight.
That's
especially
true.
mid-game. So
no, you're right about that.
Oh, cross-map plays. The king of cross-map plays here. Early home guard Renekton. Or,
yeah.
Hecarim.
He's good at it too, but Hecarim's the big one. This leaves Sejuani open, though. Now, I think Team Liquid also did a good job identifying that Teammate don't seem to put a high priority on that champion. And they weren't worried about having to first pick it, so.
Yeah. Rek'Sai is also up as well, so it's not the end of the world if you trade a Sejuani jungle for a Rek'Sai jungle, especially if you do look to try and push mid-game. So that will probably be what Teammate look to do. Grab the Rek'Sai. They can actually take it much later.
That's true. Now it's free for whenever you want it. Team Liquid do get Lulu for themselves. Sejuani does come through, and Team Liquid, despite having to pick two champions, show nothing about their team comp.
Team Liquid showing Lulu. I feel like this is one of the teams that was really hyped up on those Lulu buffing the AD carry compositions.
Yeah,
they really, really wanted to pull it off with Piglet, and they were so disappointed after last weekend when it was banned against them.
You're right.
This is actually a very, very big champion to get through, especially for Team Liquid, who've put a lot of practice in. Ooh,
no, you're absolutely right.
Could be very good things for Team Liquid and Piglets.
All right. Well, Team Liquid, though, they see that they are not against two tanks here with this Nidalee lock-in. And by the way, Hecarim's also pretty good at reaching like a Kog'Maw, so I wonder if Liquid will still keep with this plan. All right, Rek'Sai jungle does get picked up. Porpoise, another Rek'Sai for himself, continuing on these fighter junglers. He played Sej once, but given the option, doesn't go for it again. Corki picked by Slooshi. We'll see if it's mid or AD carry.
Very true. It could still be mid lane Corki. Regardless of what lane it goes to, though, the mid game looking very, very strong here for Teammate so far.
They've already got two Trinity Force Power Spike champions. Like when you talk about mid game, you talk about oftentimes Triforce users, just because that's probably the biggest single item spike in the game.
Yeah.
Something to be very concerned about here. Team Liquid, do they pick late game? Do they go Jinx, Kog'Maw, something like this? Back line, high threat later on.
Still very flexible, as you said. They can definitely pivot.
Or will it be aggressive burst? Is it Kennen? Is it Graves? Is it... No, none of the above, actually. FeniX splits the team up with a Zed lock-in, and Janna, there's two supports. Team Liquid really could be the comp you were talking about.
Yeah, Janna plus Lulu, perfect for an AD carry here. And they also have a split pushing threat plus AoE engage and disengage. This is actually just a very well-rounded comp from Team Liquid so far.
Yeah.
Team 8 is very focused, though. They're sticking to that mid-game pathway here. And if Team Liquid do not do some sort of lane swap and try and keep that Hecarim down early, well, you know, if it is a solo lane Lulu, actually,
yeah, it's top Lulu.
She would be all right.
For sure at this point. Team 8 to make their last couple of choices. Dodo 8 will be playing Thresh, and it's going to be Slooshi playing Lissandra. if they lock these in here, so teammate, they have the ability to start fights. They've got damage in all these lanes.
And they've got to see what's coming by now.
Yeah. I do like Listen to Zed, though. Multiple ways to get around Deathmark. You
True.
can even just ult the Zed himself when he goes in on somebody else. So I think teammates comp also fairly well-rounded. Their wave clear is okay. Their mid-game very strong.
You know, I actually haven't been that big of a fan of Lissandra wave clear since, especially since the recent nerf to the Q.
Okay.
But yeah, Corki can help out a bit. Are they going to set him up on the classic Vayne and do a hyper carry Vayne boosting comp here?
Well, Team Liquid, you have one game to prove that you can make it for the playoffs.
FeniX looks...
This is the game. Do you give
exhausted.
Piglet Vayne?
Piglet looks fine.
Yeah, he's fine. He's like, all right.
Ready to roll, guys. What do you want to go with?
Lucian it is. Okay. Well, 2 supports and a Lucian. A big AoE engage and a split pushing Zed. Team Liquid have a lot of options available.
Yeah, and, you know, one of the reasons I do like Kog'Maw is because you can group up and start using him much earlier than a lot of other AD carries. But Lucian, you can do, he can start grouping very quickly as well. Yeah. I'm very interested to see what build Piglet goes with. If he does go the traditional Infinity Edge, you know, crit, super damage, or if he goes with a more bruisery, early Trinity Force, Blade of the Ruined King, dash all over the place, maybe get even some cooldown reduction Lucian.
Yeah,
right?
actually,
those are fun to watch.
I see a couple of cooldown boots Lucians, actually. I've seen one in the LCS pretty recently, but you know, it's going to be a fun one to watch. If I did the count correctly, I could be wrong here. I think this is the 12th top laner that CaliTrolz has played. It's his first Hecarim here. Quas had a pretty similar number himself, so these guys definitely bringing out what they wanted to this game. I want to really watch what Hecarim can do here for Team 8. Team Liquid with a lot of mobility, a lot of ways to pick the fights that you were talking about, a well-rounded team. It's now up to this. The final playoff spot is on the line. Team 8 versus Team Liquid. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. I think a very close match, and as we keep tabs in the game, we're going to keep tabs on your Twitter vote. Start predicting your matches. We are at LL Esports. Use the hashtag T8Twin or the hashtag TLWin. Let us know who's going to do it, who's going to get the final playoff spot. They're loading into the game right now, and it's going to be, I hope, one of the closest matches.
I thought you were going to pick somebody there.
Team something. It's going to be 2 letters in the name. Here we go, guys.
All right, let's take a look here. Hecarim. One of the things when you're playing against Hecarim is you very much need to keep track of the early base timings, because most Hecarims will rush into the home guards.
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but we kept seeing someone who would just go Trinity Force. I feel like it was an EU, and it would not rush home guards. But regardless, you're going to have to keep track of those bases, because very devastating teleports. Look at this early level 1 here, though, from Team 8.
Haven't seen this in a long time.
Sights on Quas. They want that playoff spot.
Kill it. 10 gold to Porpoise.
Who got it? Who got it? Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
The jungler fed. Nice.
15 gold. 2 more trinkets. Get the 3rd potion. All right, so trinket ward at 106. Team 8 will know if Team Liquid start at Krugs, and they will know the lane assignment as well with the ward right here. Team Liquid, though, getting similar vision. They know their invade is safe. And both these teams can check for lane assignments very cleanly. Teammate will recall, which means, and they're not seen recalling, by the way. Team Liquid cannot re-engage this jungle without getting spotted. So I think Liquid seed top jungle. They guess where they can stay. Teammate can resurge. They send duo lane top, and they send Hecarim with them. That actually does give, I think, Liquid enough information to know it is a lane swap by teammate.
Usually when I see Hecarim go double jungle and count on lane swaps like that, I see a boot start or something like that, and they have the jungler tank a bit more, and he has extra damage that he can just continually spam out the Q, and you get a very quick double jungle because it's a lot of AoE and extra damage from Hecarim. But he's starting with the flask early, so maybe they'll have Hecarim tank a bit more so that Porpoise doesn't have to get quite so low, and use the flask charges instead. See how it works out, though. We'll be, yeah, they are having Cali tank pretty much all of it.
Porpoise literally full health.
You don't even have to do it that much on Rek'Sai because she as well has a lot of regeneration due to her passive.
Yeah. Well, as soon as he learns E, they'll have that full fury for it.
That's true. True damage always does help a little bit with clear speed.
Yeah.
Oh, bit of a blunder.
Yeah, unfortunate here. Porpoise.
Not that big a deal.
Smites the Rev, gets some health back in case he was losing health in the first place. Dodo spots to see if Quas were going to leech into the lane. That's not the case, though. Teammate have all 4 members in this top lane. They might go for a very early turret take. Now, Porpoise already uses Smite on red, not on Krug, so there's no free true damage here. But teammate looking to 4-man the turret very early on. Trinket ward to spot for a defender, and here's the push.
Now remember, the turrets do still have the extra defense from champions up until 7 minutes, I believe. But if there's 4 champions there, doesn't matter.
Well, Team Liquid doing a play they did last game, actually, but this time with slightly different champions. They recall early to push down to the turret. It's a 4v3.
They're in tower range.
On in. The fight has started, and you're right, the tower is here. They hook Dominate away from the turret as best they can, but some good damage comes out, and maplestreet nearly dead from the fight.
They just blitzed the turret right there from Team Liquid, and teammate actually tried to take the fight with maybe 3 turret shots taken at level 2 that will decimate your early game.
And that's what's weird is teammate put the trinket down to spot for Liquid coming in and engaged essentially late. We've seen a game like this, I think it was CLG, maybe even against teammate, where they like hold the team 4v3 between the 2 turrets and nothing's gained. Remember that game from like 3 months ago or something?
Yeah, and it has huge repercussions on the next 5 minutes of the game because what everyone's saying, you know, what's the big deal here that nobody died? They are getting 3 lanes of experience income right now, while Team 8 only getting 1. Because not only did they not have anybody bottom, but they also had to recall everybody from top because they got so low. Here's the mid play, though.
Ooh.
Good flash there from FeniX.
Still a flash force at the very least, but you're right. Piglet the whole time is just freezing the bottom lane. He's been free farming safely near his own turret, and maplestreet was chosen to contest him by his Doran's Blade, so no real income even here for the man. Slooshi ignited, actually FeniX. Oof, pretty close. Dominate pushed around a bit, but looks like
FeniX has control of mid lane here. Real risky for Team 8.
Yeah.
I have to say, too, FeniX, especially last game as well, he performed extremely well. People have had questions about him, but he's definitely a standout member for Team Liquid, I feel like. Especially his Zed play has been quite strong, so definite faith in FeniX in the mid lane here for Team Liquid.
Yeah. To
hold his own, even against that Lissandra you talked about. Plenty of good tools to utilize against Zed.
Very true.
FeniX jumping on that matchup early.
He's going to try again. Remember, there's no flash for FeniX, but I think with the Living Shadow still available, looks like nothing done. Porpoise did have his flash, but doesn't do anything with it. Slooshi losing more and more health. Dual lanes have met up. Hook. Now, both supports only level 2 right now. I think that does give an edge to Thresh, though, as basically Death Sentence is at full effectiveness at rank 1, whereas Janna needs some levels to be good. And with a slight item lead because Maple backed and Piglet didn't, does mean a combat stat lead.
Also, wearing down Piglet's mana is helping out. Ooh, pretty good trade here for Team 8.
Yeah, and Piglet out of health and mana is pretty risky. He's only at 1,300 gold right now. He wants a BF Sword recall, but that's 2 waves of farm away right here. If they can pressure him and deny that CS, that's a big thing. Looks like, though, Liquid pretty safe in the spot lane. This money will come into Piglet, and next wave he can recall for a BF Sword.
Definitely good news for Piglet and the rest of Team 8. Team Liquid.
I got you.
Brutalizer completed. Also very good news there. FeniX in that mid lane with his own vision bot. Pink ward as well as green ward.
Looks like with minions now on the way, everyone's going to be safe under the bottom lane. Okay, so Piglet, we'll see if he recalls in this wave. My guess is yes. There's the recall. Okay, so maplestreet and Dodo have a free wave to shove in, do what they want with it. We'll see if they get anything out of this advantage. You're seeing the hard shove, you're seeing the Q. The rest of the map, then, that's the question.
Well, we did just see a teleport used from Hecarim. CaliTrolz back up to top lane right before he's about to hit level 6. So we will not see the super early home guard rush teleport to try and gank bottom lane and try and get the AD carry behind in this double support AD carry composition from Team Liquid. So that may be some good pressure. Quas was able to pressure so heavily on Lulu. Even though he got behind on CS, he shoved in on CaliTrolz and whittled him down enough that Quas was able to gain teleport advantage merely through laning phase. Also had to do actually with that snafu up top with the turret handling. That actually played quite a big part in it.
Porpoise now looking to try to get control over this bottom right side of the map. Problem is his bot lane is behind in items. Cali does not find the dive he was looking for. Good shadow away by FeniX. He's actually staying completely equal in the mid lane so far.
Yeah, and they've got so many wards in the river, in their own jungle. They can see any avenue that CaliTrolz tries to take, and he's already used teleport, so pretty much a non-factor.
Ooh, Deathmark comes in. Slooshi trades ultis.
And jungle pressure. FeniX is drawing so much jungle pressure mid, and it was a mere ultimate cooldown trade. So again, good moves from FeniX. Porpoise, though, head straight up. Some good moves of his own.
That's really nice. They timed the fact that they saw the blue buff. They know the clear timer of it. They saw Team Liquid go for it. Porpoise spends his time toppling. And the rest of these lanes seem more or less equal. I don't know if there's going to be a buff steal. Porpoise just passes by a trinket ward, and Quas backs off.
Pretty big there. If you do get that Hecarim ahead with an early gank right that from behind.
He's one of the snowballiest lanes. He's got his own hard engage. He's the only top laner that runs Ignite. A fed Hecarim just absolutely evaporates enemy laners. Something Team Liquid might have to keep in mind. Now, CaliTrolz, despite really not getting gank assistance or gank pressure, I would say, is winning in farm right now, even just by a little bit. But the fact that Hecarim is doing well against a ranged lane, like you pick Lulu for the early game typically. You pick her because she's ranged, she's got really good poke, her 2 damage skills are maxed first, and CaliTrolz, kind of with the license to farm, I think, is a comparative good thing for teammate.
I think they're picking Lulu for the utility.
Yeah, I suppose.
Boosting.
You're right.
For late game. But you're right. The range advantage for top lane not manifesting itself in CS discrepancy. Oh, double roam here for Team Liquid. Is placing down wards.
There's the fear on in. Quas knocks him up, flashes the way, but still gets CC'd a little bit. Do they have the damage?
Yep,
Ignite is up. That is the kill. Unless E comes up, it doesn't. First blood, CaliTrolz.
Just went over how snowbally Hecarim can become. First blood in exchange for Dragon. That is a good trade for teammate, actually. Yeah. Committing their jungler top. Not only do they get the first blood money, assisted first blood, by the way, bonus 50% on that, but they shove the lane in, and they can finish off the turret. It's already so low that the teleport discrepancy does not matter. Quas cannot teleport back to the turret because it's dead.
It is dead indeed, and so was Quas for a short time. Team Liquid not actually manifesting much of a lead off their BF Sword AD carry, and maplestreet still able to shove the lane thanks to being Corki. Gets to recall back for Phage and a Sapphire Crystal, and that's not a really bad place for teammate to be. You're seeing CS almost equal, gold almost equal. The global gold from turret, of course, helps a bit. And in the battle for playoffs right now, the ulti against Slooshi, always there for the ult back. FeniX could get knocked up. It's a bit dangerous. The flash in, the root, they're going to get him in the mid lane.
FeniX gets caught this time. And in the cookie jar there, trying to pressure Lissandra under a turret. And Porpoise hanging around mid lane for a long time. After his gank top, shows back up and able to get another kill for teammate. So another non-home guard rush though, actually, for CaliTrolz.
Yeah.
So another one of these top laners not rushing into the home guard, trying to get the Phage, which is one of the most cost-efficient buys that you can get for Hecarim because of the speed turning into damage as well. But man, he's just looking to continue his reign up in the top lane here, saving his teleport. He won't have to return to base to get the home guard boost. He can use it more reactively.
Yeah, and with Porpoise spending his time in the top side as well, thankfully for Team Liquid, they've already got wards in that jungle. They see this. Porpoise is like, there's a ward here, and indeed there is. Gets a scuttler, but they know where he is, of course, and that means pressure on Quas is unlikely.
I mean, we're going over the trade as far as junglers go. And yes, Sejuani oh, Sejuani OP, all these cries from everyone in all the leagues, all over solo queue. Yes, she's an extremely strong champion. Towards the late game, your percentage health damage gets really tanky, has AoE CC, but Rek'Sai's early game is unrivaled at the moment. Just because of her ultimate, how quickly she can traverse the map, and the early damage that she does bring. We already saw it here. Early gank top, big impact, then a gank mid, getting both solo lanes for Team 8, PorpoisePops. This is why we keep calling this guy out. He's been such a huge boon to Team 8 ever since he joined the team. And we've really seen him change the entire face of the way this team plays the game. Look at how it's manifesting itself in all these wards as well in the top red side jungle. Down bottom though, Piglet trying to do some work.
A couple of CS missed by teammate, and yeah, Team Liquid looking pretty good in the bottom lane now, up a good 18 minions now in the 2-on-2. That's actually a pretty significant margin for themselves. And Piglet and Xpecial starting to look quite good down here. Teammate continues to wait for their Trinity Force power spike on Corki, but the big items for Lucian are already here. Uh-oh, be careful. In comes Lucian again. Piglet taking a nice trade. Xpecial there to support it as well. But the rest of the map, of course, going well. Teammate have a kill on the top laner and a kill, or at least an assist on their mid laner here.
Cali keeps walking mid, too. He's all over the place. Shoving in Lulu, then roams down mid once again. They're lending a lot of support to Slooshi in this mid lane on the Lissandra. Yeah, so every time FeniX tries to pressure, tries to trade ultimates like that and gain health advantage in lane, somebody's there. Whether it's the top laner coming down, Porpoise on the Rek'Sai, which is, she can always pop out anywhere.
Look where Maple's playing. Team Liquid for the first time don't push the wave down, and he's like, might be a jungler. Hides off on the side. Dodo's out of range of the Glacial Prison as well.
Also, home guards are completed on Hecarim at this moment, so
there's no flank wards to TP.
They do get some deep points of access, and it could be very disturbing. That's why there's double pink wards to control those.
You can really see what these two teams are prioritizing. Two supports and Piglet, no big surprise. Double pink ward again, yeah, to make the lane ganks happen. Teammate, CaliTrolz has roamed to Slooshi multiple times. Despite the fan vote, Teammate off to an early lead, but the Gravity game started this way as well, where Teammate had a good early lead, and then team fights went sour for these guys. I want to see if Teammate can transition that without Slooshi hard carrying on the Blanc or getting God Shockwaves on Orianna.
Yeah. And again, that's where Sejuani's advantage over Rek'Sai will show.
Yeah.
The strengths of these champions, these are two of the top jungling champions at the moment. The strengths are very different. We have yet to see Dominate come out with a big Glacial Prison.
I don't think we've seen any. He's just been unable to find ganks right now.
Big or small, I guess.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any Glacial Prisons. At the moment, though, gonna pass through mid. Hey, FeniX, I'm here too.
Great. He flailed at them, didn't actually get any of the minions.
FeniX trying to get his way to his split pushing items as well. Brutalizer completed. Working on that blade.
Okay, so 2,000 gold lead. Dragon in 35 seconds. Team Liquid did get the first one about 10 minutes into this game.
Oh, the deep wards began. Now you really have to start worrying about the Hecarim. Home guard completed. And since Cali has already set this precedent for him roaming, every time he goes off screen, they may just assume, oh, he's probably going mid again. He's in the jungle somewhere. He could go back to Fountain, charge up his home guards, look for one of these ganks with all these deep wards now being placed.
But look at this.
The pressure mounts for Team Liquid here. They're really under fire.
Well, they got the recall in from FeniX before this Dragon. Hex Drinker, Cutlass picked up for himself. Bot lane recalls come in. Most of Triforce for Maple, but all of Infinity Edge.
Quas does have teleport,
Piglet.
but this Dragon's going to go down really quickly here.
This is the fight. This is the fight to watch for. 2,500 health here. Quas will not TP in before the Dragon dies. And Quas recalls in. Box used. Dragon goes in. Two-man Glacial Prison. In they go. Dodo is the target, and he's the first kill. Dominate target Piglet as well. He can flash the wall, and the man is safe. And Slooshi in the middle of the enemy team flashes out, but will be a casualty of war as IWillDominate does stay alive. 5 versus 3. Team Liquid walk away with 2 kills.
You're the team who has a home guard Hecarim with teleport up, yet you have your Hecarim sitting there in plain view inside the Dragon Pit. Hecarim does not have that surprise factor coming out of the Dragon Pit. You really need to make use of that. This is where all his power comes from.
Oh, here's the flank. Here it is. Here it is. Dominate. Bye.
All right, he got one. Got one back.
He's up in about 13 seconds. Not enough, but they saved the mid turret off that one. 2 kills for, sorry, I guess 1 total kill lead for Dragon was the overall trade. Never mind, Piglet gets bottom. Yeah. The team fight lead for Team Liquid. Pretty much the exact opposite of what Team 8 got 10 minutes ago. We get a kill, we get a turret, you get Dragon. Well, guess what? Team Liquid gets a kill, they get a turret. Team 8 gets Dragon. And now the aftermath continues, though. Yeah, it does indeed. And the mid lane was under fire enough. Slooshi's Pershing made it happen, but Dodo overextends and can't quite lantern in Slooshi. Piglet claims that one.
What happened down there? Dodo got a little frisky with Piglet, and Piglet's already got his Infinity Edge, so...
Big culling just kept hitting the poor guy. And
also, a big shout out to Piglet in that last team fight. He drew 3 members of Team 8 to the bottom side and was able to escape using his summoners and Relentless Pursuit over the wall. So Piglet actually was the one who drew all the focus from Team 8 away from the Dragon Pit and allowed the rest of Team Liquid to clean up the kills at the Dragon site and still got out alive.
Well, hold on. Speaking of getting out alive, Slooshi in kind of a 1 versus 3. Sees FeniX, culling comes in.
Who did they give it to? Oh, Piglet got it. FeniX was trying his best to get it, though, so that wasn't really given to him. Let's take a look here. What did happen to Dodo? Dodo went looking for He went looking for trouble, and he found it.
And it's like, hey, guys.
All right, Dodo.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
They are extinct. Now we have a little bit of insight to what caused the demise.
Couldn't fly
of
away.
Dodo.
Sad things there. So in the aftermath of Dragon, all things counted, Team 8 do go down in kills, but they actually picked up all 3 out of turrets total as a result. The turret score went 2-1, I believe, off of the Dragon aftermath. So the gold lead actually still 1,000 for Team 8, but they've got a Dragon on the board too, which is actually worth quite a bit in stats. Triforce Home Guard done for CaliTrolz. That's a big deal.
It is. We saw the impact in team fights, though, of the Sejuani ultimate. Locking up the Hecarim. There was not that Hecarim charge straight up your front line. Didn't get the movement speed enhanced damage to the back line. And we'll have to see if Team 8 can utilize that a little bit better in the future. Get some flanking wards for him to teleport in on. He's got the Triforce. They have the double Triforce power spike with Zhonya's Morello's completed for Lissandra.
And the red buff goes to Dominate off of smiting it. He wanted Piglet to get it, but the contest by Team 8, and actually the inside track by them as well. Team Liquid won't push Team 8 off right away, but careful, maplestreet.
4 versus 5. Lissandra's bottom with no teleport. This is a mid lane Lissandra.
Time to be afraid, Team 8. They're
FeniX
looking
arrived.
at you.
Hard for them to really force it, though, unless Dominate's willing to commit with an ultimate.
Well, he just might be. Mid lane outer is nearly dead, and this could be a quick contest here for Team Liquid. 4 members mid. Nice hook onto Dominate. The knock up the Flay as well, but he still doesn't have aggro till the very end, and Dodo nearly falls to the culling.
This time, Cali is actually in a position to flank. Yes, they know he's up on that side of the map, but does have plenty of ward coverage.
And he goes back to top lane. That's actually a pressure point. That turret could go down without too much trouble. It's Triforce Hecarim. Someone's got to go. It's going to be Quas.
Yeah, the defense here, Lissandra spam, Corki spam. Even the Rek'Sai Praise Seeker is helping out a little bit.
And Quas barely gets a shield at all because that shield was broken pretty quickly by CaliTrolz, the one on the turret itself. When that shield is broken, it no longer helps allies. So Quas gets not much.
Yeah, we still also have yet to see the grouping of the shields onto Piglet. Doubling up with Lulu and Janna.
Or I guess anyone they target, right? Like Hecarim Liss will burst somebody or try to.
True.
Of course, FeniX can do the same, and really only Slooshi's immune to that.
Yeah. One of the biggest parts also against playing against Hecarim is getting the first attack on him. Yeah. Try and take that home guard bonus off of him.
Mm-hmm.
You slow him down, you also greatly reduce the damage you're going to take.
Yeah.
Continuing to split push, though, is Cali, waiting for his teleport cooldown to come back up so he can make a play. Decent amount of deep wards here for Team 8 are available. for a play. 23 seconds on Dragon. Unfortunately for Team 8, all of their wards were spent topside, so they haven't quite repositioned them yet. Now they're trying to get into position to get a few more down. Crab control is huge.
And they've actually got better wards in here than Team Liquid does. There's 2 pit wards actually
Team Liquid
blocking a lot of
does not have many wards at all.
I agree, despite having, I guess, a very late Sightstone. Dominate rushed Cinder Hulk and Ninja Tabby. Dominate takes a bit of damage, but the shields barely does anything. Force maplestreet away. They ult it on a Dodo. There's the engage. They will pick up the support most likely, but Slooshi runs interference. Into the backline goes Hecarim. Who's the first casualty? It is IWillDominate, but they trade with Dodo. The re-engage. They find Piglet. Out he goes, and he's shut down by Porpoise. And now Slooshi trying to run away. FeniX in the mix, gets the kill. The chase, though, still from Cali and Maple. It is 3 kills to 2 in teammates' favor. Quas forced to run away. Porpoise still on the chase.
So I feel like that call was a bit rushed from Team Liquid. Dominate got hooked and seemed to panic a little bit. They could have just backed off. You saw he got the shield. Yeah. He could have retreated after that. We decided to charge forward and only got the support, the Thresh with the Glacial Prison there. Plus, Lulu's shield, one of the shields had already been used on Sejuani when he got hooked. So they didn't have that extra shield for, say, Piglet or someone later in the team fight, and very good job there by Team 8 collapsing on Team Liquid after Team Liquid really forced the issue, initiating on the support. And Hecarim had a clear line into the back. Let's look at Hecarim as well. He's sitting on the speed shrine down here along with Porpoise. They flank right into the back line. Dominate charges headlong in. Great double ultimate on the back line there for Cali. And then he collapses so that they can kill Dominate first. Piglet gets knocked up by Porpoise. And after that, it's only FeniX trying to deal out damage. The double supports running for their lives. They do get a turret on the back of it, though. Team Liquid strike back. Gold advantage. Still easy for Team Liquid to come back in this one.
Absolutely the case here. Team 8, they got a slightly better turret, and they got 1 more kill, but Team Liquid, yeah, they are fighting tooth and claw, and these guys are close.
Yeah, Team Liquid also forced that into the point where Team 8 just got really strong. Like, we just mentioned all the item points that they came into.
Absolutely agreed.
And maybe it's the nerves. This is a huge match.
You know, actually, in talking to Team Dignitas before their match against Liquid, Kiwi said he felt like Team Liquid were on tilt. Their games were going really poorly. These guys were pretty agitated. That said, Liquid did win that earlier match against Dig, so they had a win under their belt coming into this match right here, but a lot of pressure here, of course.
It really does build up. When you start chaining losses, actually everybody can relate to this aspect of human psychology. When you start chaining losses, no matter at what level, you start to feel like it's undeserved, and you look for the cause in all places. You're basically looking for ghosts under every corner, in every shadow, and trying to force something because you feel like you're already behind before it even starts. Team Liquid, though, actually behind now.
Yeah. Ooh.
And we'll have to come back.
Guard TP, they want FeniX. Can he get away from the minions? The answer is yes. Oh, the Zed didn't get him either. Wow, big burst of damage. Good death mark. Now who's going to get the rest of the follow-up here? Prey Seeker hits. Hex Drinker popped. FeniX jumps away. CaliTrolz with the red buff charges in. Oh, the Glacial Prison kind of puts him in jail for a few seconds. And CaliTrolz will, I think, die for his over-aggression. Finally goes down. A 1-for-1 of questionable worth.
Yeah, I would actually say Team Liquid were happy with that trade due to how well FeniX played it and how he was able to delay them long enough and lure them all the way under turret. The teleport gank from Hecarim, we keep mentioning it. It's a huge tool for Team 8 to use, and they're going to have to wait another 5 minutes for it. No. Or was that from turret? Did he teleport on the turret?
He TP'd on the turret,
okay,
yeah.
So it was on the turret, so at least he got the reduced cooldown.
Yeah, but he did give away a 4-kill killing spree over to Quas, so 474 gold went to Quas. And that bonus gold, by the way, is shared in the assist pool, so as far as the gold value of that kill, it does go Liquid's favor for sure.
Interesting here, too. Quas has gone with the early Lich Bane, so a little bit more tower pressure if he does get to utilize the teleport discrepancy. Now that he has teleport advantage, maybe he can knock down one of those turrets and get some much-needed global gold back for Team Liquid.
Absolutely. And I mean, think about the champions here, right? It's the clear, obvious, strong team fight comp with Hecarim, Lissandra to start things off, a bunch of lockdown. Team Liquid don't even have really any AoE damage at all. I feel like they do want to play the split push game. They picked Zed. They've got Janna Lucian, a turret killing combo. Yeah, Lich Bane Lulu fills that niche perfectly. Maybe they can split team.
Will they turn to the 1-3-1 now with Hecarim teleport being down though? Hecarim is still a very strong single force down there. Not quite sure if the 1 versus 1 would go in FeniX's favor. Quas is just going to go answer it though.
Yeah.
So he'll soak up the wave, and they'll try and commit everyone else top side to try and take the turret. Wow, Piglet actually just the only one to push the wave in.
Ooh, that'll die to the minions.
Should probably, yeah. They will lose out on a little bit of local gold, but not that big of an issue.
Risking Piglet's life, obviously,
bit bigger of an issue.
Yeah, you want to save his bacon. So he's going to be fine. Team Liquid do have those 4 members in the mid lane. Now, thankfully for Liquid, CaliTrolz did go for armor stacking first, Frozen Heart, second major item, so Quas should be okay in that one-on-one.
Yeah, and that turret did bring the gold back to almost even. Dominate getting very beefy too.
Ooh, they go in. Who do they find? It's Quas for now, but he ults himself away. Corpus now on the front lines. The Culling getting a bit of damage. Dodo now the target. Ulted on in. Who's going to go down? maplestreet very low at 3-man Glacial Prison. That's a 1-for-0. Now the retreat, the forced retreat from teammate. Slooshi nearly dead. Where's the picks? Doesn't come in just yet. Zhonya's Papa. Slooshi will die. No. Ults himself. They find Xpecial. That will be a dead Janna, and more roots come in. 2 for 1 so far. Team Liquid to the advantage. Teammate holding on, though.
I like how Dominate held the Glacial Prison this time for a very good target. Not going to make the same mistake twice. Hits 3 members that time. All high priority and perfect timing for them. So pick up a dragon here, even it up at 2 and 2.
That is big.
Cali will have learned something from that last fight as well, though. A little bit of a failed initiation there from Team 8.
You can't target Lulu. She's like the least important target to kill on this entire lineup.
Also, she can foil your plans with a single glitter lance.
Very true, and that is a bit of what happened here. So, Team 8 picking up the scraps to the backside. Watch that fight again.
They definitely showed, though. Do not underestimate this Sejuani team fighting here. Piglet jumps right back over the wall. So Cali was probably going for Piglet there, but Piglet right next to a wall had an easy escape, able to get off to very, very safe positioning and a very easy cleanup here for Team Liquid as Team 8 try and retreat.
And you know, Kobe, we talked about, and the end of this fight goes in and they trade a couple of kills back and forth. We talked about AD carry damage uptime, right? Big tanks, slower fights, get a lot of damage. maplestreet got hit by the FeniX ult, had to disengage, didn't get to auto-attack basically anyone all fight. Whereas Piglet was able to re-engage after hopping the wall, so the dives of differing help. But this time around, they're going to catch Piglet, but look at that support, he's still alive! Culling comes out and FeniX into the back line. Maple will survive this, but is there enough counter-engage left? Laka Shield comes in a bit late. Hook! Oh my god, he got him! Is it enough this time around? Piglet does fall. Dominate the front line. They trade AD carry for support. Make that a jungle or 2. 4v3. Is this Baron now?
Okay, I'm sorry, but that was a ridiculous hook.
That was sick.
That was a full range onto the target they're looking for. Sniped the AD carry with the death sentence there, Dodo. Well worth the sacrifice to take that one in. They only come out ahead 1 kill each. Or ahead 1 kill for since it's a 1-2 trade, but man.
We're back where we started.
Rek'Sai though, ultimate as well as the home guard teleport. They want to rush this Baron. Maple's so low though. Quas is at full life. He could come in and snipe Maple in the back.
Lich Bane and kill him. Quas is now walking over a ward. They've got to zone him away, but he can buy time for his team. Janna's almost there. Zed's almost there too, and Maple takes turret out. Quas gonna kill him! There's the kill picked up. They'll trade it back, sure, but missing an AD carry now.
Maple first cornered himself inside the Baron pit and then decided, Baron's gonna kill me. And then at the last second, he decided to go for Quas instead of Baron killing him.
Quas saw it coming.
I mean, Quas was already over there, and he had vision of Quas the whole time, too. But yeah, so let's take another look at the fight here. Cali used a lot of the initiation onto Dominate. Piglet, the same wall that saved him before, led to the first death sentence. So that Team Liquid, half of the team had to retreat to protect Piglet.
Jeez. So good.
Oh, Porpoise flashed for the knockup to capitalize on it as well.
4-man play to boot. And that box wall got it off just in time, helped make sure they got Sejuani. But in the aftermath of that fight, it was just a 1-for-1. We are yet again at a 700 gold difference game. This game determines the final spot in the playoffs, and you can see how much it means to both these teams. A ludicrously close game. I was hoping for the closest game all split. I think it actually is.
This is definitely has very high tensions. Quas, though, under pressure from Cali. Not that much pressure.
Shield. Man.
No summoners left for Cali either after that last fight. We saw how close it was. Teammate burned a lot in that last fight. And it was already very difficult for them to take down Piglet. They had to land 2 death sentences on him to even get that low. With the Mikhail's back off cooldown, it's going to be really, really hard for a teammate to pull off the same sort of team fight with success. Dodo here.
Oh, Piglet. Smart of him, he's like always staying near walls. But he's still going to get seen. There's the jump in. CaliTrolz finds Xpecial, who knocks him all the way back in. Piglet 1v1 with Hecarim, but not a good fight for Hecarim. CaliTrolz is going to drop. Xpecial stayed alive. Dominate buys some time, but they hook in Quas. Slooshi might have to be careful. He's going to pop the Zonias, and they still haven't picked up a kill yet. maplestreet almost goes down to FeniX, but the battle continues. Xpecial on 12 health stays alive. FeniX finds a bunch of cleanup. Porpoise is going to get dropped down. A triple for FeniX. A kill for Piglet. It's a 4-for-2.
AD carry uptime, Phreak. This is the bonus of having 2 supports. Why we keep talking about how important of a pick Lulu is. They keep Piglet up. They take down Cali while he's grouped up in enemy territory. And then it's a 4 versus 5. They're able to turn it around. Sejuani also starting to outscale Rek'Sai. Took them so long. Dominate, all he had to do was soak damage that fight. And soak he did. He took a lot. They actually ended up having to kill Dominate. One of the first of them. So, Xpecial flashes out to escape. Everybody's focused on taking down Dominate here while Cali drops. So the top laner dies for about half the health bar of Dominate. Maple doesn't have extra support there, so FeniX is able to take him out of the fight and then go back in for extra damage. Xpecial Lives is on sub 50 HP as well. This is a guy that always goes to playoffs.
Yeah, it does.
Xpecial needs to get back to playoffs. Team 8, new guys on the block though. They really, really want to make their stamp. Oh!
Dodo gets it, okay. Mikhail's available still on both supports. I mean, now it's Liquid sitting on a knife edge, a small lead of 700. Here comes the potential engage. Team Liquid might have to be careful. Hooks a cannon.
Piglet also working on a Bloodthirster now, so he'll have his own shield stacked up on top of the Janna and Lulu. These protect the AD carry comps become really, really difficult when you get towards that late game.
Blue trinket spotted. Piglet doesn't really want to stay for this. Porpoise is here. He can get this one.
So it's only number 3.
It's move speed though.
Dominate there.
Okay.
Nope.
And he gets away just in time. Zed goes in for Dodo. Glacial Prison as well, but Dodo lands the hook on a Dominate. Team split apart. In goes Cali. Who is the target? The target is CaliTrolz. It's going to be a dead Hecarim. On the backside, Slooshi pops the ult. They do not catch Xpecial just yet.
Oh, Piglet
comes in. They trade it back. It's a 2-for-2. Piglet has fallen. Quas still okay, and FeniX gets one back. It's a 3-for-2 advantage to Team Liquid. FeniX cleans up every single one of these fights.
I don't know if the entire teammate were on the same page there. There's a slight second where CaliTrolz initiates, and he gets that great 5-man Hecarim ultimate, but there's no follow-up. Nobody was there during the fear duration, and it took them a little bit to close that distance and follow up with damage. So close, though. Another 3-for-2, only separated by 1 kill here, and the Dragon did go to Team 8 at the beginning to start this all off. So they did get their number 3 move speed. This was the first time that we saw actually Team Liquid as the initiators, using the Z ultimate to initiate. There's the 5-man Hecarim ultimate, and Dominate's the only one taking damage during it from maplestreet on the side. Exactly what Team Liquid want. Dominate to soak. Slooshi, though, actually got off a really, really high amount of damage in that back line.
Yeah.
Good Q through multiple members there to take out Piglet and Xpecial.
Yeah, and that man is sitting on Deathcap Void Staff now, so Slooshi, the carry we seem to talk about a lot for Team 8, is sitting on basically 1 million ability power.
Basically 1 million.
But it's a GA for FeniX, who has been getting all these fights. He's got the most kills on his team. He kills maplestreet without even ulting him, because there's a QSS anyway for the guy. And FeniX, if he's not dying in these fights, and it seems like he's not, is just carrying the weight of his team on his shoulders. And Team Liquid now sitting 1,500 gold up. One of the biggest leads they've had the entire game. Team 8, their lead is the fact that they've got 5% more move speed.
All right, let's take stock of the cooldowns once again. Oh, never mind. Cali's got Quas cornered.
Great ulti by Quas. The rest of the team is there. They're going to fear him in. Slooshi ults himself and not Quas, but it might be enough anyway. It is. maplestreet gets the kill. In bottom lane, there's the wave. They can take this turret down.
What a huge pick there for teammate. Let's see what they can get off of it. At least one turret.
Did a wave clear? I don't know. They've got to be afraid of FeniX. Look at the damage on CaliTrolz. Warmog's Frozen Heart, but just gets chopped down. Double Last Whisper on the two, I guess, AD carries of Team Liquid. Puts fear in the heart of even Hecarim here. He needs a Randuin's or a Thornmail.
Yeah, why is the AD carrier term
well, I guess physical damage dealer. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. Like Master Yi's an AD carry.
I guess that's why they changed it to Marksman.
Yeah.
But yes. Assassins can be carries as well.
FeniX proving it here.
Let's see about that vision control, though, because, man, Team Liquid, it seems to have been a constant problem for them this game to try and retain vision control. They do have a couple of pinks out and a smattering of wards in their own territory, but it's Team 8 who are really pushing the boundaries. They consistently are getting these deep ones down, which are just setting up spots for possible teleports from Cali. Well, that's the last of the Baron wards for Team Liquid, and Team 8 may be able to pull off some Baron bait shenanigans here. Team Liquid rushing in to try and face check and get that vision back down as quickly as possible.
FeniX nearly on full build. He's got a red elixir there as well, plus the completed Guardian Angel. Hook misses Dominate. Doesn't even feel the Prey Seeker.
Yep, just the tank there.
Oh my gosh. And this late in the game, death timers are long. You win a team fight by 2 kills, you get Baron immediately, essentially. You can probably take an inhibitor too. Just depends on the wave control. These next fights are going to be probably game deciding.
Yeah, and we've seen them in such rapid succession that I do like the early Elixir of Wrath there from FeniX. He's consistently buying those, and he keeps on getting extra time on them because they're fighting so
really
often.
His first one?
See how well he does in the next team fight, because they haven't used him to split push at all this game.
He got like a top outer once, but that was kind of it. He's otherwise like had to be afraid of TP Hecarim. By the way, both Rek'Sai and Hecarim, the two teleporters, both have home guard. So the risk of just like out of nowhere, a flank. Oh, I thought of something. Upgraded Scrying Orb for maplestreet puts a ward down that people can teleport onto. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's targetable. I would assume so.
I remember there being something specific in the patch notes, but didn't pay attention because I'm a jungler and I don't buy the Scrying Orb.
It lasts 1 minute, it's always visible, and it's one-hit kill.
There might have been something specific about not teleporting to it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I can't call you out. I'll leave that up to Reddit or Twitter.
Twitter's exploding right now with Phreak, you're an idiot, and that works most days anyway, so I don't know if it's about this necessarily, but Team 8 grouping 4 mid. Hecarim has been their primary split pusher, and I agree. Thornmail here for him. He's sitting on 300 armor and 3,500 health. Good luck killing him.
Waiting for Piglet here. They don't want to make any moves until he joins. Just went back. He's got a Quicksilver himself. So Quicksilver, Mikhail's, Lulu ultimate, Janna ultimate, shields from both of them as well. So much protection. Can they keep him up, though?
Hook hits Dominate, who's actually taking some damage.
Now, damage onto the tank is huge.
Oh, Maple's got to get back. Dodo gets ulted. Ignite is on. Down goes MapleStreet. It's a 1-for-0. The re-engage as Piglet puts some real damage down. Dominate forced back. A lot of time bot, though. FeniX gets his GA popped, I think. But look at the damage coming through. Teammate have no health right now.
Okay, damage on the tank is good. Damage on the AD carry is better. MapleStreet taken out of the fight before it even begins. And I'm actually surprised that Teammate were able to salvage everyone else's lives as well as taking down the GA in exchange.
Yeah.
As bad as it can go with your AD carry getting taken out so early, Teammate were able to salvage something from that fight, take down at least the GA from FeniX. Again, though, evening up the Dragons. This fight for playoffs could not be closer.
But as close as it is, Team Liquid have been slowly building themselves a lead. We can watch this fight again. Just watch MapleStreet. It's basically a shadow and then culling.
Zed, one combo, half his life. FeniX jumps in to finish it off. Piglet, by the way, this entire time under no pressure at all. In the back line there, CaliTrolz just sort of zoning the rest of the team, keeping them interested so that they don't follow up and kill the rest of Teammate. Buying them time to actually escape. That was pretty much the sole reason why they didn't have any further casualties.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And unfortunately for MapleStreet, though he's only on 3 deaths, he's just continuously zoned out by FeniX. That QSS or not, just the base damage on his abilities are really high.
Talk about flanks from Hecarim. Lissandra flanks could be even more devastating.
Blue Trinket was just used, so that's going to be on cooldown now. Looks like the ward coverage, not much.
They're heading over to the bush, and FeniX has no GA. Slooshi not willing because his team is very far away.
They're an attempt in Fog of War. They reveal it. They know about it. 5,000 health left on.
This is it.
Here's the attempt. Slooshi jumps over the wall. They've got a hook in there as well. Fight begins. Slooshi's the target. Oh, Boris gets Baron. Here comes Hecarim. Who's the target? It's FeniX. Down to 1,000 health, but who's going to be the casualty? Dominate the front lines. 1 kill for Piglet. They might even get more. It's 2 for him. Here's the cleanup. The flash on in. Maple trying to run, but red buff. The dash. It's a triple, and another one comes in for FeniX as well. It's 3 kills picked up. Teammate limping away. 2 versus 5, and Quas is not done. Slooshi trying to get out, but Whimsy is certainly not going to allow him out. Flash kill! 1 man alive, Baron or not, Team Liquid going to push.
Yeah, you steal the Baron, that's huge, but again, the late game, fighting against double support, buffing up this AD carry. Piglet will not die. They're looking to end the game now.
40 seconds on most of the respawns here. Down goes inhibitor turret number 1. Down goes inhibitor number 1. A gigantic wave is here that Porpoise could not possibly hope to get rid of. There's turret number 1, 45 minutes in. It was a hard-fought fight, but the battle is over. Team Liquid will be the final team in the playoffs. Congratulations. What an up and down season for them. Coming into the last week.
At the last possible moment.
Yep.
They sneak into playoffs.
They end the season, if you count this game, 10-9. A very difficult season for these guys. Handshakes come in. And these guys will have a chance to prove themselves once more, and we'll actually see who they'll face first round in a minute. They're going to face C9 or CLG, opponents that most of these players are used to facing, certainly. And I guess the chance to end a split in 4th place lives on in the playoffs for these guys. So if you don't count regular season, maybe you count postseason. Team Liquid now have to look forward to the match coming up next, and their I guess, best of 5 coming up next week into the one after that one. Congrats, Team Liquid.
Whew, they finally catch a break.
Yeah.
They get a little bit of time to relax before they have to prep again. Gotta watch this next game though. You're only getting about 3 minutes to relax, and then you're gonna have to get to prepping.
Yeah.
Devastating here.
Yeah,
For the members of Teammate though, they made such a good run. Their first split in the LCS came in and performed way better than people expected them to.
Absolutely the case. And they're gonna be in the summer split. To keep that in mind, maybe a heartbreaking end where Teammate lost the game to CLG. They lost their game to Gravity. They lost the game to Team Liquid. Kind of an 0-3 end to the split for them. But they will be back in summer. They will be ready to avenge themselves. Maybe with some new tricks in the playbook. Maybe some new things to do. I mean, you did see the sadness on CaliTrolz' face, but we will see these guys again. They are safe. That's the way the season works now, is 7th place. Look, you get a big break. You get, hopefully, time to practice. I mean, there's going to be a ton of teams looking to scrim.
Yes.
Like, you got Dig and WinterFox. You want to prep for the promotion tournament. You got the top 6 teams looking to prep for the playoffs themselves. No one's ever going to face Team 8. Like, they're safe scrim partners for everybody here. And you can see them